everybody, to another episode of the DNVR Rapids podcast. We are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. Download that app. Use promo code DNVR when you sign up. What's up, everybody? It's your host, Mitchell Carroll, a.k.a. Merchel, a.k.a. Marcus Rashford, appreciator, logging in, dude. 10 goals in 10 games. That's right. Had to talk about it.
He's been waiting all day for this. Like
all day.
It's insane. Like literally all day. You've been like, are you ready for the Marcus Rashford talk?
How can you not want to talk about how awesome this guy has been?
He's good. I'll give you that. He's really good.
Unreal. Okay. Anyways, the guy that's over me talking about Marcus Rashford to my left
That's
here
a good talk.
thank you, is former super producer and now super analyst. It's Yahya. Bam, 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 bam.
Kids are some of my favorite things to talk about because I am impatient.
Yeah.
So seeing the things that Duane did really got me happy.
If there is something I would describe you as, impatient is somewhere on the list. Maybe not up top, but it's on there.
Top 3 for sure.
It's on there.
It's top 3 and it's not 2 and it's not 1.
And of course, to my right is the art director for All City Network and just great laugher.
I'm a great laugher.
It's downtown Duane Brown.
Hi, everybody.
I know when we're in the art hole and Duane chuckles at a joke I made that it was a good joke. I know that.
I am an easy audience.
That is actually a lie. You are a good audience, but you don't actually chuckle unless you find it funny.
Yes, and it is such a good chuckle because you know you did it. It's great.
Sincere.
Sincere. What's up, Julio? Welcome into the show, my guy. Good to see you. Guys, we got a fun show for you today. Hopefully, if you're watching, it's going to be graphics heavy. We got a bunch of cool stuff. We are going to talk a little news. Then we're going to, you know what, Duane, and shouts out to Duane. Bless Duane for being a graphic designer with the level of skill that he has. We got bored and we came up with ideas for the new Rapids kit coming out based on one teaser graphic from Instagram or Twitter or somewhere. I forget where it came from, but it was from the Rapids themselves.
From the social medias.
Correct. And we ran wild with our ideas. And Duane mocked them up for us because we just don't have that same level of skill on the computer that he does when it comes to that stuff.
I consider myself decent at it. What Duane does is like out of this world.
He is a true designer, and we're lucky to have him. And so he mocked up some kits. We're going to break them down. We're going to get to our ridiculous ideas, and then Duane will actually talk about kit design and what to expect and what works, what doesn't, all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to talk about some of these signings now that seems a little more clear cut, who is joining the Rapids from Europe late in this window.
Yes.
Some fun stuff lined up. I got to say that first news that I want to talk about before we dive in, Claudio Reyna out in Austin the same day that the director of U.S. Soccer Federation is out. Coincidence?
Like, it really feels like they heard something. It feels like something's about to come out. And
why wouldn't he just go there?
Yeah, but it also just feels like something big came out about the whole Gio Reyna thing.
Oh.
And now they're kind of like, you know what? We kind of have to like wash our hands of everybody that was involved, and something bigger is about to come out.
Gio Reyna 2 game winners in his last 2 games with Bayern.
As a super sub.
That's pretty tight.
I mean, I'm a Gio Reyna guy.
I look kind of like how he was used with the U.S. team.
I don't. Yeah, right. Correct.
I actually like him in Dortmund.
I'm
though.
just
That's
stirring the pot, man. I'm just stirring the pot.
I think it would be really cool to see. I don't know if it'd be cool, but I don't think Reyna would be the worst idea to fill that director role. I don't think it would be the worst. I'm not vouching for it. I'm not saying I want it. I'm saying it wouldn't be the worst move they could make. There are some moves that you would hear and be like, God damn it. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. That's just
News tidbit.
News tidbit. Doesn't mean a lot. Everyone saw it coming for a long time, and now it's official.
The whole thing is a mess. Like,
we love messes.
It is then you're going to love the U.S. national team.
Yeah, then it kind of insane that we're sitting here about a month after the World Cup. The most stable team in CONCACAF right now is Canada.
That's insane. Yeah.
That isn't, 10 years ago, you would have told me that. I would have been like, that's BS.
That's crazy.
I guess they've always been stable. They've just been bad.
Okay, but stable.
And now they're good.
They're
stable and good.
Like, that's utter insanity to me. But
It is pretty crazy, man.
The two giants of CONCACAF are just like struggling right now, like with drama after drama.
Vazquez with a great goal last night in a loss to Serbia. Let's get him locked up.
He's locked in.
They looked good last night.
They really
I
did.
mean, it was a lot of missed shots, but
Was it Cal that
fact
hit the woodwork?
The fact that they were
Twice.
taking the shots.
Yeah,
twice.
yeah.
It's I don't know. The shots, I mean, this is a goofy thing to say, but the shots looked good,
Yes,
even though they were off target.
sure. Process versus results.
Yeah, for a team that struggles in offense, that was a nice thing to see last night. So
What's up, Dustin? What's up, B-Ray? Thanks for joining us, guys. Hit that thumbs up while you're hanging out in there. All right, so we are going to get into it. We have new kit mock-ups via Downtown Duane Brown. We are starting with
the announcement that came out,
this announcement. Thank you, Duane.
Yeah,
I forgot what this next graphic
So
was.
There's something coming up.
Something's coming up.
So for
This-
those of you,
yeah,
on
go
the-
ahead, Duane. You
for
drive
those
this
of
one
you
here.
on the interwebs. You may have noticed a little mystery post by the Rapids.
Ooh.
What could it mean? We know that February 15th is the new kit launch, so that's a great day to be excited about.
2 weeks
Spend
from
some
next
time
Thursday.
loving with your Valentine and then fall in love with the new kit.
Or hate it. Most people will hate it.
Everybody
That's
will
my
hate
guess.
it.
My guess is hate, especially after they see my rad kit, dude.
Your kid's insane.
Look, it is insane. Super producer Tiff, shout out super producer Tiff in the studio with us today. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Should we
so
just-
what happened before you bring it up?
okay,
Tiff,
don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
So basically what happened is we saw this teaser image and we were like, oh man, like what does that mean? And are they going to be going, gradients on this thing? Are they going rainbow colors? What's this big sunshine all about? And everybody had their own idea about it. And so I was just like, well, I mean, what would you do if that was the teaser? And so the guys let me know what it was, and so I mocked it up for us. And
They're absurd.
yeah, so there we go.
Well, no, two are absurd. One is normal.
Dwayne's is out of
Which
this
is
world, guys.
crazy because the normal one, would you have guessed the normal one was
they're
Yaselina
not
throwing
that
the-
crazy,
okay.
by the way. So
Okay, should we get into number
I wanna
one?
build it up
Should we
more
get into
than
number
this.
one?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Mitch's is first.
All right, this is me. If you have seen the the Utah Jazz have a couple sunset jerseys, they call them, with the gradient block. So I did the gradient sunset down to the water with the bright blue on the bottom into the blue matching shorts. And I think this is super dank and I would wear it today.
Dude, this is like the most.
This is the most Mitch shirt
That's what me and Dwayne kept saying all week. This is
that
so
Mitch has ever mitched.
This is so sick.
This is Mitch
It
at a
is-
fish concert.
Yo, this is me at Fish Sticks in my Berks, vibing out, rocking this. So the blue, okay, but I think you have to imagine that same blue down to the shorts, and the shorts would have that yellow, the yellow where the blue is up top, right? So you would just flip those two, right?
Kevin.
Kevin,
Kevin, get the hell out of here.
you got to pull up that quote.
Kevin, get the hell out of here. Give him the 15-minute ban we gave to Joseph that
Oh,
one time.
man.
What the hell is that?
That was accidental.
No, don't ban
Love
him.
it, love it. It's like a fruit punch.
Yeah, dude, it looks, dude, because it's a vibe. It is a total vibe. Dwayne, tell me why that shouldn't be a kit. You can't. There's nothing you can say. That should be a kit now.
Man, I'm like down for almost every kit. So
That's very true.
I think when you design long enough and you see the outrage that everyone has on social media about every single new thing that ever comes out, everyone has an
Outrage.
opinion and their opinion is the only right one. You get to the point where you're just like, it's cool. I'm fine with it. And so I'm down with almost every kit. There's some that I don't like the U.S. men's national team
Right.
World Cup. Didn't like that one very much. But
Thank you, Dustin.
Mitch, what
Be
I
right,
like
get outta
about
here.
Mitch's idea,
You can bring it up while he breaks it down, too, if you can.
yeah, I'm not gonna break it down too much. But what I do like about it is that I like that it has that top color block. The yellow up top is a nice solid area where you can put the club crest. You get your sponsor on there. Adidas looks good there. It gives a nice place for the stripes to live, and also be a different color. So they kind of create a nice contrast, pop out a little bit. And the stripes are fun, and this was all inspired by the teaser image.
I embraced the teaser image.
Yeah, it's basically it's reducing the gradient down to stripes, right? Which is a cool way to do it. So rather than getting like a lot of millions of colors and weirdness that you get in a gradient, you just separate those out and create stripes out of it, and so they have those nice bands at the bottom, which are kind of fun. So
fun.
I dig it.
This is me. This is my fun kid. This is my. People will be wearing this at Coachella in 4 years, and it will be rad as hell.
This looks like those popsicles, man, with like the different colors. Like we said about the
Yeah.
USA popsicles.
Mitch,
Right before the
Mitch's-
show, we were talking about like this is the most like
Mitch's-
Mitch thing.
Mitch's concept is easily the tastiest of the concepts.
Vibiest, my guy. I'm
I
here
would
for
eat Mitch in that.
vibes. I'm here
I
for vibes.
I didn't put an Apple TV logo on there yet, Brain.
Because we don't
We're not
know what that
sponsored by
looks
them.
like yet,
I think
Bray.
they're-
Come on.
Trying to squish that in with the MLS logo. I mean, with that St. Louis kit that they showed, we kind of have an idea of how that might sit. I hope they change it because
Me
they're
too.
a little squished. So I didn't bother putting those on there because I'm hoping they will change it by the time the season starts, but we'll see.
You're right. We've seen it once, Bray. We haven't seen it across everyone. We don't know if people can change the color, what it can,
Yeah.
So let's wait until we see an actual final version before we get that. Look, I just wanted the vibes. That's what that's
You
what
got
I
the
live for
vibes,
is the vibes.
Clearly.
And
And
I
a
had
delicious
so much
popsicle.
fun making that with Duane. First, it was the gradient, and I was like, that's wild. That's crazy.
Yeah, we just literally threw the gradient
And
on it.
no, the
was
stripes.
interesting,
Look,
but-
those stripes, stuff like that is happening in kits. So I don't think it's so crazy that it couldn't happen. We just know the Rapids aren't going to take a chance like that. So mine's probably the least like. Well, no, Dwayne's is definitely the least
Yeah,
likely
'cause
to
it's
happen.
good.
But we haven't got there yet. But anyways, that's mine. Let's pull up Yaya's. Boom. You're looking at this and you're like, oh, look, it's white, has the burgundy, has the crest.
Tell us about it. Yeah.
And then
See, the only reason I use the gradient is because they teased us with the gradient.
correct.
I didn't think the gradient was gonna. I don't want the gradient to be a part of it. I'd rather get this kit with the burgundy on the stripes instead, and the burgundy like the burgundy shorts. I thought that would look dope. But Duane made a really good point about this, that it's really nice and clean, and he doesn't like white kits. But all the busyness is in the stripes, which makes it work. And
I
I,
love
really, and I like white jerseys. I like very clean jerseys. That's what I like.
I love the gradient in the stripe because gradient, I think, as the whole kit is crazy, right?
Yeah.
But gradient in just the Adidas stripes looks great, and you could have them. You can have that in the shorts as well. I don't know. Yeah, I would rock the hell out of that.
By the way, boo everybody in the chat. That is a
Get
good
him!
kit.
Get him!
I went simple. I'm boring.
Man.
I'm going with something I really
They
thought
pile-
that might
piled
be
it on.
possible.
I thought that was a sharp looking shirt.
It's a
Everybody
great looking
jumped
kit.
on
It's
it.
the most normal, dude. It
Boo all of you. You guys are wrong. I'm right.
No, honestly, I think your gradient was used the most effectively.
I don't even like the gradient colors, honestly. Like, I don't think if it was me, it would be a completely different kit. But I'm like, this is
Oh
what you
my
give me.
gosh.
This is what I'm gonna use. Like,
Yeah.
So, like, you know what? Boo everybody, especially Julio.
I-
You're asleep, not me.
I for one am enjoying the comments tonight. So anytime the comments get active,
Stop
it's a
laughing
fun
at
show.
that.
You think you can do better? You do it.
Well, to be fair, we didn't do it either.
Yeah.
I will say,
You got MS Paint. You try to do it.
the paint
I-
would
I
be
will
so
say-
funny.
like Yaya said, like I don't like white shirts. For me, because I'm a chubby kid, and chubby kids don't wear a lot of white shirts.
Love you, Logan.
But I think that shirt looks really sharp. I think using the gradient into the stripes versus trying to force it into part of the jersey is a subtle move that's really nice. It doesn't take away from it. It's not distracting. It kind of creates a nice little emphasis in an otherwise, kind of sea of white. There's this cool little part of emphasis on both shoulders that I think is really nice. Kevin gets it. So
yeah, Kevin, same. My guy, same.
So
We're all chubby people.
I wouldn't wear it, but I've never bought a white jersey ever, and I probably never will. But that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy them. And I love looking at them, sprint down the field. So
I'll say here live on the pod,
good.
I love white.
Wow.
I love it. Like
white
white kids are the best.
Yeah.
I only have one white kit. It is a Peyton Manning Broncos, and there's like 20 stains on it because I can't wear white without getting food on it. So there you go.
That's the bad part about it.
As you can, chubby guys against white shirts for sure. That's amazing. Look, I think Yahya's is the most realistic if it's based on just the teaser image. It is clean. It's not overwhelming, but it does have a unique thing that no other team would really have. And it does have, I mean, look, we've all been to a midsummer late game. You're in the tailgate, you look over the mountains and you see those colors, every Saturday evening, and it's gorgeous. And I really want them to use those colors. I want that Rocky Mountain sunset.
And it feels like Mitch actually kind of thought about the whole kit as complete, because I see that I'm like, I don't know what shorts they'd wear, what socks they wear.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, they gave me something and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. And I went like super simplistic because I like white kids. It's an away kit, and I'm just like, what else do you do with this? Like,
the other thing that's hard to do is that you got a full rainbow gradient into a shirt and also have the club colors on there, and they don't clash. Like, that's hard to do, and you do that by moving it to a place again that's more of an emphasis versus a forcing it into be the hero piece of of the jersey. So.
And again, it's just they gave me those colors. I really didn't know what to do with it, because like I think your guys' kits, like you guys can imagine like the whole kit. With mine, I don't know what shorts, what socks they'd wear. Like, I don't know what else goes with it, because it's like this. You gave me this. This feels more like one of those the training kits, like the MLS Fights Cancer kind of kit. Like, that's kind of what this feels like. It doesn't feel like an actual kit that could actually wear on the pitch, to me at least.
Now I'll say this. One thing about having an all-white kit is that they're super bright.
Yeah.
And when things are super bright, I like to protect my eyes. How about you guys?
Duane, holy shit. What an alley-oop from downtown Duane Brown. Because right now we're going to talk about the homies at Shady Rays. You got a little something on you there, my guy?
I think we got a little something.
I left mine at home, and I can't read the ad read without my regular glasses. Look at those.
Shady Rays, all kinds of
styles.
those.
Oh, look at those, man. Kick off the new year with new gear built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered from the sun to the slopes with premium polarized shades, customizable snow goggles, and much more. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair we've ever worn. Durable frames and extremely clear optics for outdoor adventures, like a C38 tailgate. That's an outdoor adventure.
Like looking at really, really bright jerseys that look like popsicles and or just white shirts.
Or it's like looking at the Rapids' future.
Whoa! We're going to get into that.
From Ted Lasso.
Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses, that's those right there. That's those right there. Every single pair is backed by lost and broken replacements. So if you lose or break it, even on the first day you get it, they will send you a brand new pair. No questions asked. Wear your Shady Rays with confidence because they have your back long after your purchase. If you don't love them, exchange for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Their team always has your back. Exclusively for listeners of this podcast and all the others on the DNVR network, but specifically ours, we have the best deal of the new year. Go to shadyrays.com, use code DNVR, or visit them in store at Park Meadows Mall for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars, 5, by over 200,000 people. Shout out to the homies at Shady Rays.
Our next ad sponsor, we're doing something new here, and I'm gonna help out Mitch with these from now on.
Let's go.
Game Time. Game Time is the hottest new ticketing site that makes easier than ever to score the best deals on tickets to sports, to concerts, to shows. What else could we get tickets to that you guys like to go to?
Comedy show.
Dude, I love comedy shows. We were talking about last podcast on the left the other day. Great podcast. Probably be able to get some tickets to that on Game Time.
Yeah.
For really cheap.
Really, the cheapest.
Ever dreamed of sitting in a seat you never thought you could?
I was just dreaming about that last night.
Literally.
What seat were you dreaming about, Duane?
Front row at
You weren't dreaming
Annie.
about it. Annie, I was dreaming front row at a Rihanna concert if I'm keeping it a buck.
Is it because you get to see Rihanna up close?
Yes, of course.
Well, it's possible with Game Time.
Nice.
The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. You won't find a better deal this season on DNVR Rapids events. Like, you know what I mean? You want to go to a Rapids game?
I want you to go to a Rapids game.
I'm actually going to a home opener, thanks to Game Time.
What?
I am buying my tickets to Game Time this time. I'm gonna go to the okay, Tiff. That was like expose our secrets.
This is getting like crazy.
It is created by fans for the fans.
Yep.
If you love DNVR, then you'll love Game Time. The best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description. Join over 15 million people who have the unloaded Game Time app and score the best seats to all your favorite events.
Yep.
You know Game Time works when Yaya goes to a game, as Bray just said.
Straight up.
The only reason I'm going to Rapids games more often is because of Game Time. If there's nothing else I will sell you on this, because my ad read skills are not there yet.
You're getting there. I thought it was great.
Game Time is going to take me to more games than ever. I'm not a live event kind of person.
You're a sit at home and watch it on TV kind of person.
I am. Even concerts, anything. Like, I just rather stay home. But Game Time is going to get me out of the house.
Yeah.
It's going to take me to a lot more games because they're super cheap. And I love Game Time.
Look, just please click the link on our YouTube shows if you're going to buy Game Time tickets. It helps us out so much.
It really does. The best way to support us is by supporting our sponsors.
Straight up, get some sunglasses, wear them to a game. Boom.
Break them, throw them on the field.
Get a new pair immediately. Awesome. All right. Well, now, this is truly, when I say the piece de la, what is it? Piece de la resistance.
That was very good.
Whatever that is. The coup de grace.
Ooh.
The peak of design in kits.
Fancy words being used right now.
Downtown Duane Brown mocked up one, and we didn't know what it was until right now. Let's go!
We love it. We're hyped.
So I couldn't figure out anything to do with that gradient. And so
clearly,
I decided to go. I mean, we still wanted to stick to the image that was in the teaser. So rather than go with the colors in the teaser, I went with the shapes, which was mountains. And we know the Rapids like to use elements of...
They like Duane so much more than ours. Look at the comments.
Dude, it's almost like he's a professional damn designer.
God damn it.
So, anyway, here's what I like about it. As you know, in most of my graphics, for game day graphics, I try to step away from the mountains a little bit and go a little more into the water. So I was able to get some water down there at the bottom of that mountain and a little bit of a reflection of the sun in there on the bottom left, which brought in some of the yellow. But mostly I just wanted to make sure that water gets highlighted because I think it's important. We're called the Rapids. Let's add some water. And that's why I connected it. I wanted to kind of bookend it on top with having the yellow stripes up there. So, but yeah, it's just getting into another look of how to get that mountain shape into a Rapids shirt. That's something that hasn't been done before, fits the colors that are in that teaser, and tries to get try out a little new
Nuggets
something
vibes.
new.
Nuggets
bringing
vibes.
it up into that sleeve, not on both, but continuing that mountain range, flying up on the sleeve, which is kind of kind of fun. So
I think you could even go yellow on the sponsor Adidas and crest to match the stripes.
And I almost did, but the reason I stayed with white, it was on purpose, is because I wanted the sponsors and the crest to be separate from the design. So
that's actually a really good.
I didn't go yellow. I thought about it, but I didn't go yellow or burgundy because the burgundy wasn't really in that teaser. But I didn't go yellow because I wanted the yellow to only be a point of emphasis on that water reflection and then up on the Adidas stripes. So that's why I kept it white. But I agree, it would look good in yellow, and it would probably look good to have that crest in the club colors too. But since it's an alt kit, a secondary kit, I was like, meh, we're just playing. So
it really reminds me a little bit of, I hate to say this, it reminds me a little bit of the SKC colors, like the all blue kind of. But I feel like this is better than anything SKC would ever do. There's like a lot better than anything they would do.
I haven't looked at a lot of their stuff.
Why would you?
Yeah, it's like hard because Salt Lake colors are very similar to Colorado flag colors.
They are Colorado flag colors.
The reds are a little different, but they're very, very similar. So it's like it was always a bummer to like. I would try to mock up like back in the day when we first put out that blue kit and then the bananas came out.
The yellow one is my favorite of those.
And so I was like, well, I guess the next color is going to be red. But when I mocked it up, it looked so Salt Lake. I was like, I must burn this. It can never be seen in public.
You burn your whole computer. You had to go buy a new one.
Tiff, can you pull it up one more time? One thing we didn't talk about. Look at the debut of Duane's cartoon. Welcome to DNVR, my guy.
Yeah, I got a caricature.
Look at that.
So
we are.
That's right. We all get little cartoon heads. And
everybody gets cartoon heads. Tiff's will be next because I'm going to be drawing hers this week. So.
There we go. Look, Duane, obviously professional designer, made his the coolest, and we feel cheated.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't capture what I asked for. I wanted a white kid, Duane.
What I heard was, wow, Duane, that was exactly what I asked for. Thank you.
I know. It was
There's
exactly
no video evidence.
True.
In case you really want to make Yaya and Mitch feel inferior to Duane's mock-up, there's a poll in the comments.
Is there really?
Yes, there sure
well, we're gonna do
be right back voting for mine.
We're gonna do the poll on Twitter as well.
Yeah, we're having 2 polls. Do it here for everybody that's watching
voting
it live.
for me.
And then when we do the Twitter one, we're just gonna exclude Duane because it's like a professional playing against children, which is not fair.
That's awesome. Duane with 82% of the vote so far.
I mean, who wouldn't vote for Duane? I'm voting for Duane's, dude.
I'm voting.
I got
mine.
0
Thank
votes.
You very much.
You guys are wrong. I'm right.
Look, Duane. So when you see that image, I don't.
The teaser image.
Can you pull up the teaser image one more time?
Yeah,
too?
let's go teaser image and actually talk about what we think might happen and what probably won't happen.
So, our guy Julio there in the chat, and just our guy in general, noticed that little blue circle right under save the dates right there. You see it? It's that tiny little blue circle. He's like, I think it's going to be that color. And after, I saw the sunset and the colors, and I was like, oh my God, I need to make something that looks like that. That is probably, in my mind, most likely.
Yeah, let's dive straight into the conspiracy rabbit hole.
Love it.
Let's cannonball into it.
We were born
for this. These aren't real.
Julio, I noticed also that dot. I also noticed the emoji that you mentioned there in the comments. Also, when they released the teaser for the season schedule, they also had a dot that was the light blue color, but it was in the shape of a snowflake because they went with kind of a skiing theme for that. But that was the first when I noticed it because that was a new element of design that I hadn't seen from the Rapids. And so I was wondering, is this telling us that the kit might be light blue? And then we got the teaser image with the gradient, and there's that dot again that's light blue plus the light blue emoji. So can we say definitively that the jersey is going to be light blue? No, but we're going to play that way anyway.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. So you just mentioned the ski thing.
Yeah.
Could that be a theme this year? And maybe it's white, snow, blue.
I was thinking like a pattern that's like not even really a pattern, right? So like mostly blue with like flex to kind of like a snowstorm kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even though that's not rapids, that's snow.
Yeah, and
It is
I don't know
Colorado.
if the season ticket member pass card is that, or if that was just part of that image to make it look like a ski pass. So I'm not sure on that. But you're correct. It had a very light blue theme to it. So
I think
this is
Yaya's onto
all like
something
the
here.
thing to remember is that this is all like speculation, and this is like the most fun time for like MLS kits because we don't know what's going to happen, and I'm thankful that it hasn't been leaked or anything, and we can just like daydream about what it might be. So I think like if I had to place a bet on it, yeah, I probably would go light blue. I don't think it's going to have a gradient on it, but what do we know from Rapids jerseys past? The last few years have been some really nice jerseys. There's the light green that had that amazing embossed topography map in it. And then the current burgundies have have that texture in there that's a mountain theme. So the Rapids logo has a mountain in it. So we know that the Colorado Rapids place a lot of their imagery and their visual ID on the Colorado aspect versus the Rapids part of the name. So obviously, we all live here. That almost always means mountains. So
Yeah.
I think there's probably going to be some mountain element as usual. I don't know what that's going to be, obviously. But if I had to guess, I do think that light blue is probably going to be the hero color. And
Okay.
And I would love to be wrong because I love surprises. I'm not one of those ones that's like dying to know what it is because I'm excited. I know Yaya, you have no idea. Yaya is so like on pins and needles about this.
I'm scouring the
about this
internet for
thing.
leaks.
I,
I won't show Duane, but I am.
Just everyone go to your local Dick's. One employee always puts it out before it should be. So someone will see it before it's actually
Don't
released.
do it.
Okay, I have a question with a bit of a preamble because I do go on. And now I'm not going to speak for their designer or for you two as designers, but my wife is a designer. She's a pretty good designer.
Very good designer.
And she has built a brand from nothing to something, right? And anything you see from a brand, whether it's a team or DNVR or the Rapids, everything you see is designed. Everything you see is intentional. There's no accidents, right? Everything you put out means something. So I wish I noticed that little blue thing because you won't include that unless it means something, right? And so, you can probably speak on that more than I can, obviously. But to me, it's like, if I had noticed that, I would have probably changed what my design looked like because it's too intentional.
I would have too, honestly.
It feels very intentional. Again, I don't know if it is or not, but I've seen that little dot show up a few times. It's always light blue. And I'm not saying that they're trying to give hints or foreshadowing, but if they're trying to set the stage for the brand and the identity visually for what this new kit is going to be, that seems to be the lead-in.
I like it. I said yours is my favorite, especially because you really lean into the blue.
Blue.
Yeah, Mitch said like I knew what the blue. If I knew the blue was, I would have probably gone a white blue kit instead of the gradient.
I don't think of design, and Duane here goes, "Oh, I noticed a new design aspect." Like I don't think of it like that, right? Like that's just not how my brain works in terms of seeing little pieces of things put out. But everything is intentional, and I know that, but I don't. I just don't view the things in a way a designer like Duane or Yaya would. So
Sure.
Well, like
mostly
even then,
Duane because he designed these awesome kits.
When I told Duane what I wanted, that's the first time I had seen the graphic because I hadn't seen it. And then Duane's like, "What do you want to do for your concept?" I'm like, "What concept?" And then he explained to me what we were doing. and then he showed it to me, and I'm like, "Yeah, just put the gradient on the shoulder. That's all I think it is."
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know.
Yaya's design process for that took about 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's
like,
all I said. Like,
I had
you can
feedback.
tell.
I had feedback. I was the annoying client for sure. Sorry.
You can tell that mine took 10 seconds to be like, "Yeah, put the gradients on the shoulders."
I think yours is so sick. Honestly.
I don't know, man. I still think Duane's is the best one, easily.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Duane's is the biggest chance. You know what I mean? Like, you really took a concept and was like, bam, like this is something I want to see.
It's all for fun, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think the jersey is going to look like any of these. I don't even think these are anywhere close.
God, I swear to
and
God,
I'm
if I get it
excited
right,
about that.
no, everyone will never hear the end of it if mine is even
I
close
was
to
about to
correct.
say it's all fun and games till you're right. And
But I know that, this whole process with designing these kits between Adidas and the club it's not a quick turnaround. It's probably a 2 to 3 year process where they start coming up with concepts. So, this kit was under design a couple years ago. Before the green kit came out, this one was probably already starting to get off the ground as far as conversations about what they want to do and what they want it to look like and how it reflects the club and the state of Colorado and all these things. So those are the conversations that happen, and they're already working on the next one. I'm sure of it, because it takes a long time to get these things done. So
I'm so mad at myself because I just thought of the concept I really would use.
No, can't tell it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
you're locked
can't.
in. Don't want to hear
And
it.
it just annoys me because I'm like, this would be so nice.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
What is it?
All I would do is literally do like the Mexico shirt, the really nice cream one everybody liked during the World Cup. But instead
With
of
the
being
big design?
yeah, but instead of that design, it's like the mountain designs with the blue.
So cream with a blue
white with the.
I like
white.
the little cream, like the off-white.
Yeah, the off-white with the blue mountains instead of the like Mexican logos, and then the blue stripes on top, then the blue kit, then the blue shorts.
well, if you take out the Aztec pattern and maybe take a hand-drawn
mountain
kind of
logos.
single line drawing, not just one mountain logo, but all of the 14ers in Colorado, and make your pattern out of it.
Yeah, and that's what I would actually. Now that you told me it's blue, and we've talked about this.
I don't know if it's blue. It's just
No,
my
We
no,
don't
no,
know
but,
if it's blue.
No, we don't know. But now
That's
that
just my guess.
you've helped me speculate that it might be blue because I never
Julio's
thought
in
about
our
that.
head, dude.
I'm like,
Deep
that
in
might
our
be
head.
the kit.
But-
I'm in my head too. So I just,
You did great. Thank you, Duane. Shout out Duane, man. Everyone give Duane his
so
flowers.
that was
dude.
really fun. So the important thing is to remember, and we'll talk more about it.
I love that.
We're gonna
Tiff's killing it,
obviously
dude.
when the new
Killing it.
kit drops on the 15th of February, we're obviously gonna talk about it. We'll try and get one and get some close-ups so that everybody can see it on the show. We'll do our best to try to cover that. But we're gonna try and get in and talk to the Rapids and talk about those conversations and about how that design takes place. But just remember, when it does come out, there were real humans with hearts and talent and brains and ideas, and people who were telling them, yes, do this, and no, we don't like your ideas, so do this.
Yeah, I'm sure
So
the
if
internet
you
will
don't
be nice
like
about
it,
it.
be kind. Like, not everything has to be so emotional. I love that it's emotional, but it can be emotionally kind as well.
Twitter,
the
a
humanist.
famously
It's okay to be
kind
critical
place.
if you don't like it. But be critical from a way. If you don't like it, don't just say this sucks. Post in there, because I will read it. I will read all your comments. I want to know why you think it sucks. Is it the color, or you think this is weird, off balance, or whatever? Like, I love to hear all that stuff. I want to know more. Like, this sucks is not a good critique. Also, this is great. The fire emoji is not a great critique. It makes people feel good, but put in there why, so that the design team that's working over there knows why you like it and why you love it.
Can I say one thing that we have heard from just talking to people around the Rapids? Is the one thing we heard about it is there are a lot of intentional elements. This is it's a very, I don't want to say very Colorado, because I think that just immediately makes people think of I think it just makes people think of the flag, and I think Colorado flag things are the worst.
Well, and that's part of the Rapids design lately.
But I think they were just
very
they
intentional.
said this one was on a level that we haven't seen yet, it feels like. And we just had a
is
topographical, map on the last one. So I'm excited. Duane, thank you so much, obviously, for breaking that down and
I'm
helping us
excited
out.
too, man. I can't wait to see it.
I thought that was awesome.
Let's get into our homies real quick before we get into some acquisition talk. Illegal Pete's right down the street. I had him for lunch. I think D-Line had him for
D-Line
lunch.
had him for lunch.
I don't know. When was the last time you guys were at Pete's? Within the week, I would imagine.
2 days ago.
2 days ago for yeah.
I think Monday.
I went to Pete's last
You went
week.
on Monday, Tiff?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
but I didn't get to eat because I'd already eaten. I just went to hang out at Pete's.
Because they got vibes
Yeah,
down there,
they got
just
vibes.
like we do.
I just went to hang out.
Look, Are you on a new diet for January? Anybody? I gave mine up so fast. I don't care. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
15 pounds down, baby.
You look good. Yaya looks good. If you are on a new year, new diet, new you don't have to sacrifice that diet to eat at Illegal Pete's because they have exactly what you need. Endless options of fresh ingredients that can fit almost any diet or dietary restriction. It's a no-brainer, man. Eat Pete's for the health of it. Check out any of their 10 Colorado locations for happy hour, 3 to 6 p.m. every day. No happy hours for you this month. We'll try out a refreshing Hoplark Citra at any Illegal Pete's location. It's everything you love about an ice-cold beer, except it's dry January friendly. So Illegal Pete's is always our go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beer. I will say this, just get the fish tacos. I love them. There's no secret there. They're on the menu, but they're awesome. And get those. Coors battered fish tacos. Delicious.
Mitch's tip of the day.
What? Yo, loop that in. Hit that on a sound drop next time. Let's go. Love it. Thank you, Duane. Yeah. Who else are we talking about?
After you're done eating Illegal Pete's, go to Green Mountain Dental.
You might have to if you have those margaritas.
Dude, that amount of sugar that goes in margaritas, it's insane. Or if you fall down being so drunk that you bust your teeth open, Green Mountain Dental is the best place
All
to
good
go.
reasons for Green Mountain Dental.
The most rewarding thing about DNVR is seeing the connection made through our listeners in this community. Green Mountain Dental is an OG partner and a major Denver sports community fans as
Big
well.
time.
They love Denver sports. If you can sit down on that chair and they'll probably talk Rapids with you. Like they know about almost about every Denver sport team.
Yep.
They've been a supporter of DNVR since the very beginning. We've had countless fans and our own staff convert to Green Mountain Dental and never look back. Allie Monroy is a great example of that. That's her dentist, and she'll never leave that place. Located just 15 minutes from downtown Denver in Lakewood, CSU alum Dr. Ben and his team have you covered from general dentistry like regular cleanings, orthodontics, such as removing those pesky wisdom teeth and everything in between.
Let's go.
Have you guys had your wisdom teeth removed?
I had all 4 pulled in high school.
I still have mine.
That's before grad school.
That's why I'm so smart.
Yeah, that's why you're smarter than me and Duane.
Oh, dude, I'm the smartest. Don't let anybody confuse you. Green Mountain Dental has very few offers for the DNVR fam. Tell the team that DNVR Sports sent you and get $300 discount for a full orthodontics treatment for new patients. If you mention DNVR Sports, you get a free set of bleach trays, a $350 value. Do you guys have $350 just laying around?
Absolutely not.
I don't have bleach trays laying around either.
Yeah, I'm bleach trayless.
That's with new patient cleaning, exam, and x-rays. Lastly, for all the hygienists out there, Green Mountain Dental is hiring. Full and part-time positions are available. They are willing to work with your schedule as well as offer great benefits package, healthcare, and PTO. We get PTO here. That's one.
Yeah, we do.
That's one thing that I can say that we're
Shout
at
out.
the same level. To make an appointment or find more information, check out their website, greenmountaindentalgroup.com today.
Let's go. Shout out them, man.
Yeah, I like them, and they're right around the corner from where we live. They're not that far from where we live.
No, close to Golden, close to Lake. They're in Lakewood. They're close to Green Mountain. They're if you are a West Sider, it's very convenient. If you're not, you should make the trip because they're the best. Obviously, this is breaking news during the show, not soccer related, but Jokic was named an all-star starter during the show, so that's pretty tight.
3-time MVP, soon to be.
MV3 coming in. Okay, obviously, and I don't know if you guys saw Yaya's little TikTok/video he made. Was it yesterday? With the Stranger Things kid doing the snap.
Dre didn't get it, but I loved it.
Look, pork's cooking, dude. I'm just that is this section.
The Rapids are making moves, my friends.
Cooking porridge. Let's go.
Cooking porridge. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's talk it. Let's talk player acquisitions. Obviously, one has been official via the club.
Yes.
Right? Do we have an image for this section? Right there.
We do.
Boom.
It's
And that's
roster news.
that is God, Duane, you are just
Our guy.
you're designing
Connor
your
Ronan coming in from Wolves.
you are just designing your little butt off, Duane. Look at that thing. That is awesome. Connor Ronan is the official signing of the window that we have just like an influx of European players. 5 a.m. news drops. We're all waking up and having a little Rapids Twitter party before we even get our coffee finished.
I wake up and my phone's like, brr, brr, and my wife's like, what the hell's going on? What notification could be going off that early? Like,
look, Connor Ronan, he has had some great moments on the field, specifically in the Scottish Premier League. Am I saying the Scottish Premier League quality is best in the world? No. But do they send teams to the Champions League? Yes. There are players that go there to play in a very competitive environment, and he has shown out in a very loud way, I would say.
yeah, banger after banger.
Yeah.
Bang City.
Bangs. Oh, God. This is
think
DNVR
what
Rapids
we've
After
got
Dark.
There's context behind it. We're okay.
I think we've got the artillery squad building between Keegan and Connor bombs. That's going to be the artillery squad. They're just going to be smashing rockets from the outside.
It's so funny you say that because now Keegan have the reputation to uphold that now he has to score a banger. Like now he has to score like something
40-yard
It's just awesome
blastoise,
when they
dude.
happen.
Yeah, but now like you expect it a little bit. Like you see them, he's like, "Oh, shoot that! You're
Now I
you're
know.
not shooting.
You better get it. It's exciting, man. He's a Wolves guy. He actually played, I believe, 8 minutes with
In Premier
Captain
League,
Jack.
But he did start in
No,
the
I mean overlapped in Captain Jack's time with Wolves. I believe he played for 8 minutes on the field with
Yeah,
Pricey. Price obviously signed off on this kid, right?
oh, definitely. He
tournament.
had
for
to.
sure.
He
Like-
was like, "This is a guy."
Yeah, dude.
They
It's-
came through academy together. They played at Wolves together. Like they know each other.
Yeah, they were following each other on Twitter before the news even
Yeah.
became public. Like
Well, they know each other. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't-
they're
it's not
friends.
a Twitter thing. Like they're
Yeah, like
they're
exactly. But like
buds.
that's
yeah.
we don't know them, so like Twitter's the way that I know how they interact. But it's people are like it's really easy to make the comparison between Jack and Connor. But if you go deeper into the stats, they do play very similar roles. They do occupy a lot of the similar places. When Jack came in, a lot of people thought he was going to be pushing a lot more forward as a attacking midfielder. They've played almost the same amount of games in the same positions as a defensive midfielder and an attacking midfielder. Before they got to the Rapids, they were about the same age when they got to the Rapids, maybe like a few months difference.
Mhm.
The one thing I will say, I think Connor has more offensive prowess than Jack does. Because Jack, the thing that really stands out is his leadership and his passing ability, his vision.
Yep.
You can really see Connor likes to push up a little bit more. He likes to go into that 12 zone a lot, play where the 10 plays a little bit more than Jack does. Jack plays a little bit back. But either way, I'm really excited for Connor Ronan. You can look at it right before they signed. They have very similar stats, and Jack never played in the Premiership either. He played in
He got him to the Premier and then
exactly.
Came over
He played
here.
in the Championship,
when
which
they
it might
moved
be still a little bit of higher level than the Scottish League, but it's not that much difference from the Scottish and the Championship. So I'm really excited about Connor Ronan. You look at the midfield, and it's a little bit more crowded than it was before.
Super crowded.
Shout out Jared. He told me it's not crowded because we don't have players. I like to disagree a little bit because I think Max really showed something. You have Cole Bassett who showed something when he was at the Rapids. You have Jack Price who showed something when he was healthy. Connor Ronan has proven himself in Europe. You look over and then you also have Brian Acosta, who was a stalwart that year. Whenever Jack was out, he was there, he was ready, and he played a very pivotal role to keeping the Rapids in the race. So I think it's saying that it's not crowded, it's a disservice, and it's knocking down some of these guys that had a really good year last year that just maybe didn't work out for them.
I don't think crowded is a bad thing. I do think you need to be very intentional with roles. People need to know where they are early, right? Because the MLS has that extended window. If someone feels put out, doing right by them is important. And if Ronan is coming in and taking a significant chunk of minutes that maybe in Acosta or, like whoever in the club is going to be like, hey, sorry, like this is knocking you out of that. I do think that they need time to pivot for an outbound to accommodate for that.
Sure.
But overall, I mean, excitement. Where's the excitement level? Let's do out of 5 Rapids
For
Ronan coming
for
in.
Ronan
Yeah.
or for all of the moves?
Just for Ronan.
Just
For
Ronan.
Ronan? Okay. I'm right.
5 out of 5 Rapids. Where are you guys at?
What are you doing?
you know me, man. I'm 5 out of 5 until he
Whoa.
proves me wrong. So I mean, no reason to give him
Optimist.
less. So yeah, I mean, most maybe you guys know or not. I'm a Wolves fan anyway.
Tough.
So I love seeing our fourth Wolverhampton player come in to play for Rapids. So
Jimenez is
far,
next.
everyone who's come from Wolves to Rapids has been good.
Yeah.
Pick a
been real
Portuguese
good.
player, any Portuguese player. Come on down, baby.
So no, we get the non-Portuguese players for Rapids. So
Yeah, because Wolves doesn't want to let go of the Portuguese.
They have the entire B team for the national Portuguese squad. Yaya?
5 out of 5. I'm with Duane. I couldn't have said it better, especially after I heard Duane talk about Wolverhampton and everything. Like, I'm excited. Like, honestly, Duane got me more hyped than I was already. Like, I'm 5 out of 5.
Let's talk about my next.
Wait, what about you?
Well,
What are you?
You
Like,
can't skip your
you
rating.
tried.
He
You
tried
saw
to
him.
skip
He
'cause
really
he's not out of
tried.
5 because it's
I'm at a 4 Rapids. I'm
That's
sorry.
good.
4
I'll
out of
take
5
it.
Rapids.
That's
4 is
fine.
good. 4 is real. That's way above average.
Look, I am all about bangers and I love seeing them, but I worry that I just want to make sure the rest of it's there too. That's, I'm a sucker
Sure.
for a highlight reel, as evidenced by my preseason max hype last year. But his is awesome, man. His is really good. I'm really excited. I am excited for him. I'm just not quite at the 5 level.
I will say that, to Mitch's point, highlights are very deceiving.
They're very deceiving.
But I try to go a little bit more into the analytics side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I went into, and that's how I kind of comforted myself and brought myself to a 5-5. And then Duane's just kind of hype. His ambition for the Rapids to be the best team ever.
Preseason, man. I
Wolves,
love it.
the Wolves community is very high on him, so that's a good sign. Let's get into the Dane, Maxo. This guy, and I don't know if you were on Burgundy Wave at all. One of the guys that covers Brondby actually wrote a guest piece for them, kind of given the history of Maxo and the clubs he's played at and his roles and how he's grown into a leader. So go check that out on Burgundy Wave. If you can save the wave, please. Which we can get into a whole nother show about that stuff at some
Yeah,
point.
get into the comments and all that stuff.
But he has not been confirmed yet, Cody, and that's why we're getting into the unconfirmed moves that are
we're into
all but
rumors
confirmed by the club.
news.
This is happening, and this is Bogert telling us, do not worry about it. This is Tommy Scoops himself in the DNVR Rapids mention saying, don't worry about it.
He's gonna be there.
But the thing that it was literally down at the very bottom of this scouting report, guys. He finished every minute of every game in 3.5 seasons at Brondby, except for the 2 games where he got a red card and got kicked out. This guy is Iron Man. You can lock down the Keegan Maxo section of the back line to play every single available minute in league play. And to me, that is the most exciting part of that. Obviously, besides the physical profile and all that.
Sure.
To me, the captaincy, everybody loves him. We tweeted out a video where he's cheering on the fans. He's getting everybody hyped. And I feel like that's sometimes what the Rapids community needs. Needs a little bit more involvement from the players.
Yep.
I'm super excited about Maxo. He was scouted by a lot of MLS teams. The Rapids were the only ones on him. According to Tom Bogert on Extra Time, RSL was really close to getting him too. They pushed really hard to get Maxo. And
that makes me like him even more.
Yeah. No. Now we want him to be more successful than ever before. If it wasn't enough, this dude is going to bring leadership to that back line. It's not going to be immediate because being a leader takes time, takes getting to know your guys. But once Maxo comes in and the guys feel trust with them, I think Maxo is a great addition. He's tall.
He's 6'3",
which I
Very
love.
tall.
Tall
That's
people.
Gus size.
Yeah, dude. And he's like. He's been described to me as a deep line playmaker. He has a great vision looking forward.
Comfortable with the ball at his feet. But most importantly, player of the year for his club, worn the captain armband from a young age for 2 of the Danish powerhouses. Duane, this is the guy that I am a 5 out of 5 Rapid on.
Yeah, I mean, I like the height for set pieces. Rapids are very much a set piece team. So in addition to the defense, I love that for set pieces. Outside of play, it's the same as what Yaya said. Love watching those videos of him spending time with the fans, clapping them off and, going through, getting, songs and chants going. And also just hearing the excitement from their fans, as the rumors have been going through, just the fans, really being behind him and, bummed out that he might be leaving. So those are all good signs to me, that people will be sad if he's gone. So that's a great sign for us. Yeah, for me, shocking. It's going to be a 5 out of 5.
That really, dude. If fans being happy, being sad about their player leaving, I feel bad for Kevin Cabral.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
but what's your rapid?
Here's
rating?
the thing, though. We're going to make them sad this year for him leaving.
He's going.
They're
to make
going
them
to
sad.
be sad. They're going to be
Let's
sad.
go.
It's just going to be mid-season. They're going to go, crap.
We're paying half of his salary for him to
we are
score
paying for
bangers.
him to be awesome in Colorado. I'm convinced.
Where's your Maxo hype?
Maxo, actually, that's the highest guy I'm on. I think he's a 7 out of 5. And
What?
there's something about him.
Unraftable rapid level.
I really do think that you can't even surf that wave because that's how high, that's how powerful my feelings are for Maxo. I'm really excited for Ronan, but Maxo is my guy. That's the guy who I think is gonna come in and make the biggest difference.
Love that.
Let's go. Rumors: Patrick Pence, the Austrian goalkeeper at Stade Reims in Ligue 1. Ligue 1.
That's close. It's League 1 in France. For those of you trying to figure out what
Ligue
2.
Ligue 1. He has fallen out of favor there, but man, when you look at his statistical profile next to Yarby's, unfortunately, which is what I did on Twitter the other day without meaning to, and I did not mean to go after our guy Yarby, but man, do I want Pence in goal so bad, dude.
There was a report earlier, right, that a Bundesliga team is trying to get him as well.
Bayer Leverkusen, a former Chicharito squad in the Bundesliga. But they are going after him because their backup keeper is injured, right? And what I am reading on Twitter, thanks to Joseph and,
I was about to say, shout out Joseph. I read it
Joseph
from him.
and Plone were both in there talking about Pence, and I saw a comment saying that he is trying to get first team reps because that is his only way back into the Austrian national team fold. So I don't see him pushing for a Bayer Leverkusen type move because at best you're a tournament keeper. And I don't even know how many tournament games Leverkusen has left. I don't know where they're at in the Deutsche Pokal right now, but I doubt they have a ton of games left for him even available.
Yeah, it's good. That's a good way to think.
So hopefully that happens because this dude could be one of the top keepers in the league.
With Pence, I'm a little bit less excited. I'm not a goalkeeper savant like you. You know a little bit more about goalkeepers. I'm not
a savant.
He knows more than I do. Let's be
savant.
We're talking French here, so we gotta bring out I'll bring out the wee and the PP and the lee, anything you need, man. But
oh jeez. There we go.
But the thing about Pence, I don't know much about goalkeepers, to be honest, but I like Yarby.
Yeah, I love Yarby.
And my thing, I feel like this is a move for the future. Yarby's getting up there in age.
He's 34.
Yeah, exactly. At 34, I might as well just kill me, man. But just looking at that, looking at Duane over here, dude, and it's again, this is all jokes.
I remember when I was 34. They invented the car that year.
34 is still really young, dude. But when you get to athlete, that's you're out of your prime, you're older, And again, I think Pence. I'm excited about him, but for me, it's a 3 out of 5 because I don't know much about him.
Sure,
it's a move for the future, in my opinion, because Yarby still has another year left, and Yarby was decent last year, and the year before he should have been nominated for goalkeeper of the year.
Yep,
I agree. Duane, where's your Rapids?
Listen, I've put a lot of research into this one. I'm gonna go 5 out of 5.
Let's go.
Duane always comes right with the rankings.
And then the last signing, we'll do this one quick because I think it's the least known commodity. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for there. Yeah. Alex Gersbach. Gersbach?
Bach?
Probably Bach. I don't know.
Gersbach. He's an Australian.
He's part of the Bach and the
left back, and he is in Ligue 2. Ligue 2.
I'm so sorry to our French listeners.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a message from Flo later. Sorry, Flo.
What Mitch said.
Sorry, Flo. But our homie Flo in France, he runs Nuggets France. He's a big DNVR supporter. He reached out to a friend of a friend who covers Grenoble. Grenoble is the club he's at. And the scouting report, which I will get to, is, and when I heard this, man, it felt like they were like, what are all the qualities Lucas had? Let's find the exact opposite of that.
Mitch had a great reference to The Office where he was like, I tried the tall and skinny, now I'm going with the opposite.
Now we're going short and strong.
Yeah.
We're trying an opposites thing. And that's what we did here. So here it is. I finally found it. Shout out to Flo in France if you're listening. He's a decent player of League Two, nothing incredible, not the best start. Strong for lateral, very disciplined, rather limited offensively. The thing you love to hear in that sentence, very disciplined, Duane, you immediately thought of that.
Thing. Yeah. I don't care about offense because he plays defense. So I'm okay if he's limited.
Such a good and simple way of thinking about it.
Welcome to my world of simplicity. I'm okay with him not being like an offensive superstar because I don't want him up there. I want him playing defense. But the thing that really struck out to that, and thanks, Flo, for sending us your thoughts on this, is that idea of being disciplined. Last year, we saw a lot of frustration with mental mistakes happening there on the back line. And, it was frustrating for the Rapids players. They've mentioned it. It was frustrating for us as fans and supporters. So I was excited to see that word specifically, because hopefully it's just another piece along with Maxo to bring in and get that mental place back in line to shore up that back line and just create, a super strong defensive wall back there.
And it was the hole on the roster that needed filling the most. Like, yes, it's nice getting Pence. Yes, it's nice getting Ronan. Yes, it's nice getting Maxo. But there literally wasn't a starting left back around. So hopefully this guy can be it. Yeah. I mean, what do you... Let's start with your thoughts on him and then your rapid rating, and then we'll kind of wrap up.
What was your rapid rating on this, by the way?
On Gersbach?
Yeah.
Bach?
It's Bacchus and Chinkers.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Gersbach and Schenker. Yeah. Shout out to our
Alex.
partners that don't pay for ad space on this podcast.
Well, we still love them.
But we still love him.
But we love them.
What are your guys' rapid ratings?
I will
Mine's
say
a very disciplined 5 out of 5.
Was not expecting that.
That's so funny. Look, since we're trying the opposites thing, like in The Office, that can only mean that they identified very specific things that they were missing from that role last year. This is a scouting move, right? This is a guy I don't want to use the word unspectacular in a negative light, but this is a guy that's not a heralded guy. He's in the second French division, and yet their scouts identified traits that he has to fill a role that they need filled. 4 out of 5 Rapids.
4 out of 5? I'm a 3 out of 5, and this is why. I love the idea of a guy that's going to stay back a little bit more and not push forward as much. It gives the defense a little bit more stability. I also love it because I think the offensive group that the Rapids have built with Cabral, Jonathan Lewis, Diego Rubio, Matt Galvan, you have Cole Bassett. Those guys are very fluid. They can play almost anywhere in the field. Mm-hmm. Cut in, cut out. They can overlap, invert. They can do a lot of different things. And I would want them to have as much space to operate as possible. And a guy staying back really lets him do that. And if this guy's going to be disciplined and stay back, I think it really gives me more hope that the front 5, 6, whoever they're going to push up there is going to be able to cook, which is what I'm really hoping for. Now, I don't know much about him defensively. What I did read this year, he's been part of 9 clean sheets, which it's not all him, but he's contributing to that effort. He has had no errors that led to goal or a shot. He's had an error that led to a penalty. He committed a penalty. But one penalty in about 16 games. The last 2 years, I think he's only had 3 or 4.
That's not terrible.
I will allow it.
It's not as bad. I don't know how athletic he is, which is the thing that really gets me at times. Right. I like athletic players, but if you do bring in a Maxo and then you have a Gus and a Keita who are very athletic in that back line with a Keegan who's stable, I think it gives the defense that much needed stability, that much needed prowess to kind of be more disciplined, how he was reported, to help him not concede as many goals.
Is this guy maybe Keegan Light?
Nobody's Keegan Light.
You're right. No one can be Keegan Light. But I mean, like a
Yeah.
disciplined, do not worry about that.
That's what I'm hoping for, man.
That would be
Especially because
awesome.
he's younger. He's on
That'd
the
be
young.
great.
He's Australian too, mate. So
Yeah,
we
I
can
can't
have
wait
some
to
fun
talk
with
to him.
that.
I
I'd like
really
to
can't wait to hear
apologize to the
that.
people of Australia.
Look,
We don't mean
soccer's
to be
fun for-
offensive. I'm
I
sorry.
don't think that was offensive. I was telling him hello in his native tongue. Come
To
on.
apologize
That's not
to
his
the
native
people of
tongue, his
France
native-
and
that was
Australia
the
this
accent.
evening.
He's Australian. That's what they say in Australia. Am I wrong?
I don't know, man. I've made a few comments this podcast that I can't be
Yeah,
one
you
to
said
judge.
Bang City. I don't want to hear from you, my guy.
I mean, I also said kill me at 34. You know. So, like,
Upside down Keegan. God, Julio, shout out, man. For real.
I
That's
like
perfect. Upside down Keegan. Guys, I think we just had a hell of a show.
yeah, I really do.
Thanks for everybody in the comments. That was fun today.
Vote for me.
I'm lukewarm on them because they voted mostly for you. Hey, Tiff, hop in here. What's the final score at?
Okay, so we've got 15 votes. We've got Yaya coming in at 7%.
Whoa!
Let's go.
Seven.
John, now we're here, baby.
That's a lucky number.
Mitch coming in at 13%.
Oh God! So I
Ooh,
got
that's
2
an
votes.
Unlucky
Cool.
number. That's not great.
And Duane coming in at 80.
Wow.
That's a lucky
that
number.
makes sense.
That's Jerry Rice.
I'll allow it.
Has a Rapid ever
We'll
worn
allow
80? Do
it.
you think?
Probably.
80?
That's a weird number
I-
for soccer.
Trying
I
to
can't
think
think one
of
off
it.
the top of my head, but I'm
Yeah.
really bad with numbers.
Be on the lookout on DNVR Rapids Twitter for our poll on that
Yeah, we're going to put the
side.
poll
We'll do
back
that tomorrow,
up. If you've
probably, yeah.
changed your mind, you'd like to change your vote, you can do that.
Yeah, voted for
Be Ray, I'm
himself.
gonna be honest. I voted for Duane. I actually voted for Duane because I thought Duane's was fire. Like,
Oh my
whoever
God!
voted for
I
me, thank you.
obviously
You're
voted.
right.
I obviously voted for myself. So thank you to the other person that
it
voted
would have
for
been
me.
8% if I voted for myself.
Let's get our plugs in since it's time to wrap up and let the Avs guys get set up. Duane, what do you got for us, my
Hey,
guy?
jump in on Twitter. Give us a follow if you don't have it already. Let us know what you want to hear on the shows. Jump into DNVRlocker.com. Pick up a
Hey,
Up
we
the Pids
re-released.
scarf.
We did re-release this shirt.
Oh man,
In a new
you can
colorway.
Pick up the new maxi shirt, the Sombor Shuffle maxi. It's my favorite shirt that we have at DNVR. I love it.
Diehards can get it in a crew neck too, so make sure you get that.
Boom.
Yeah, what you got?
Follow us on Twitter, like Duane said. Anywhere you hear us, give us a 5-star review. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
Spotify specifically.
Spotify, Apple.
We were told
Stitcher.
specifically.
Oh, Spotify. Yeah, go ahead, man. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify. Anywhere you want, give me it. Like, oh, don't forget to like this video also because it does help us.
You guys do you, whatever you use.
Yeah, man. I love everybody except everybody that didn't vote for me. But I am gonna say this really quick.
Which is
We
everyone
have-
but yourself.
We have a lot of content. Yeah, literally. We have a lot of content lined up for this year, and we're really excited to roll it out. I hope you guys can see everything that we're gonna do and all the effort we're gonna put in. So please keep an eye out on
Holy
Rapid's Twitter.
Praise the guy.
Ray,
man.
dude, legend, absolute
Love you,
legend.
B-Ray.
Get your diehard membership, man. You're gonna get access to takeover ticket deals. You're gonna get to hang out with us, whether it's at the Dick or at Ball Arena for the Nugs and Avs as they push for the playoffs. You get a discount at the bar for when we're watching the season opener here and having a big old party and having fun. And then tomorrow,
Bring it up.
you know what's the most fun
There
thing to
it
do
is.
on a Friday? Drink beers with your buds.
It's true.
And
Drink beers and eat food with your buds.
if you go to the farmhouse, the Breck Brewery Farmhouse down in Littleton tomorrow for 7 hours, we will be doing DNVR shows live from the farmhouse. If you are there for DNVR, you get 10% off your tab. So get down there, take Friday off of work, go drink a bunch of beers.
Nuggets, Avs, Broncos, Buffs, Bets, Rams, everybody
Except us.
except us because
The Susie show's going on there too.
What? Susie
The
Show
Susie Show
is epic every Friday. Shout out Susie Hunter. And just, shout out listeners. Thank you so much for riding with us. Like I said, next show will be in the month of February, which happens to be the month of the season opener for
Of
the MLS
love.
and the month of love. Correct.
And the new kit.
And the new kit. So we got a lot going on. So make sure you follow us. We're going to be doing a series of season preview shows, all that stuff. Like, subscribe, do all that. But more important than everything else that we just talked about, baby, the way we end every show, drop it in the chat if you can. Up the Pids.